Happy Friday, everyone. Yesterday in your curbside meal pickup, you should have received a serving of our house-made Texas Pickles. So, in honor of our Farm Fresh Friday feature, I thought it might be fun to show you guys how you can make your own homemade pickles in just a few easy steps. Some items you will need to get started: a mixing bowl, whisk or a spoon, a jar, or today we're going to be using a Ziploc bag, half a pound of pickling cucumbers or mini cucumbers, either whole, speared, or sliced, 6 dill fronds, 2 teaspoons of dill seed, this is optional, 2 cups of warm water, 1/4 cup of white vinegar, 1 tablespoon of kosher or pickling salt. Some additional things you can add to your brine for flavor are peppercorns, red pepper flakes, or even fresh cloves of garlic. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your sliced cucumbers and you're going to place those in your Ziploc bag. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our brine. I've got my 2 cups of warm water here. It's important that you make sure it's 2 cups of warm water. We're going to take 1/4 cup of white vinegar, 1.5 tablespoons of our pickling salt. You can also use kosher salt as well. Next thing we're going to do before we mix that up is we're going to take our dill seeds and we're going to pour those over the top of our cucumber slices. Then we're going to take our dill fronds and we're going to place those in the bag with the cucumber slices as well. Then we're going to take our spoon and we're going to mix up our brine with our pickling salt and our warm water. The reason it's important to have warm water is so that it actually dissolves that salt in there, so you don't end up with a bunch of salt in the bottom of your bowl. After that's mixed up, we're going to take our brine and pour it over the top of our cucumbers in here with our spices. This is where you would add, if you wanted to add some additional ingredients like peppercorns or garlic cloves, just for some extra added flavor. You could even add in some red pepper flakes for a little extra spice as well. And we're just going to mix that around in there like so. And once we get that done, we're just going to close it up. Try to press out any extra air you might have. You're going to have a little bit in there. This is why it's really usually better to do this in a jar, but I know most of you probably don't have a jar at home, so we're doing it in a Ziploc bag today because that's typically what people have lying around their house. If you have a jar though, I would definitely recommend you do it in that. Okay, so once we get those in there, we're actually going to place those in the refrigerator and we're going to let those marinate together for at least 48 hours. 72 is better, so you got to have a little bit of patience. And then they can actually last up in the refrigerator for at least 2 weeks. So there you have it. With just a few easy steps and a few days patience, you'll have delicious homemade pickles to enjoy. Don't miss our next curbside meal pickup on Monday from 5 to 6. We'll be back soon with more featured demos, but until then, make sure you're fueling up your body so that you can fill up your minds.